Hi, how are you? Again, this is Ching at my studio called the Heights of Wellness. Today's again Qigong day, so I'm going to show you now how to warm up your body before you do Qigong. So like everything you do, doesn't matter you're going for a run, lift weights, yoga, Pilates, dancing, gymnast, no matter what, or biking, spinning. You need to warm up the body first. So the Qigong warm up is so beautiful. So what's happening is they're gonna use your mind to start focus already. You're going to, remember, there's three basic principles, very important. The mind controls three, okay? So the first is rooting, breathing, and the spine movement. So we're gonna learn how to move the spine, every single joint, and how to get this spiral. Our neighborhood train again, they go by quickly. Anyway, so let's continue. And so I'm gonna show you the warm up first. This is the beautiful, most beautiful. You learn so much about your body. So your arm, you have the glenohumerus joint, shoulder joint, elbow. That's where your arm comes from. It's three parts. Same thing with your hip, right? The scapula and your pelvis, kind of similar. Then you got this hip socket, and also this all rotate. The two big sockets. This is the bigger one. This is the most free one. So the hip, knee, and ankle, they're also three parts. So I want you feel how that leg can become a spring, right? You know, down, up, down, up, down, up. Same thing with your arm. So remember that first when we're gonna use it, okay? So you're gonna shake out, use your up forearm to shake out the wrist. So this is pretty much like you wash your hand, you go, oh, there's no towel. So you shake it out. So loosen up the joint of the wrist and your finger. And now I'm going to use the upper to release the forearm and wrist. A little bigger, right? So you're so wet. Now use the scapula. Ah, so good. So this, the scapula can control the arm up and down. Right away, you feel like neck and shoulder, right? Upper mid-trap gets a little bit, nice exhale. Okay, so now guess what? How I'm going to release all this? I'm going to use the leg now. So spring up and down. And up and down. So you go, okay, so I'm using the leg to release the scapula and the whole arm. Now you feel your spine gets a little bouncy, okay? So this is all this beautiful movement you don't do often. Just start with this. So what happened, every country, they always have folk dancing. Folk dancing is hundreds, thousands of years old, right? So people knows how to dance. They don't go to the gym like what we do. We just do lift up and they dance around. There's music and there's a reason, there's a purpose. So this is kind of like a harvest dance, right? Very happy. Okay, so that's, you warm up the body right away. Do not jump, okay? Do not hop around. That's just compress the joint too much of your spine without thinking about it. So people always think more so they add this hopping. Don't hop. Don't hop. Okay, so ready? Now next movement, you're gonna take your right leg open, I'll face you. We do a little bit rotation. So guess what? Your spine has this beautiful rotation, come from the external big, go to the opposite side, then your arm wrap. It's not from the arm. It's always from the core. Your muscle along the spine, core muscle. So this movement is called a transverse plane. You can call transverse plane, kind of like merry-go-round. Then now I'm going to go on the next one. Okay, here we go. I'm going to sagittal plane, hollow my tummy, like we did earlier. And as soon as I push, I'm going to lift my tummy. I'm going to lift my tummy. And so what happened? I'm opening my lower back. The right arm, again, it's not my arm. The leg going to root and go. And go. We do three more. And hollow your tummy. And open that lower back. And two. Last. Oh, one. Up, circle arm around. here comes the last one, okay? This is the hard one. I'm gonna put my hands here. Again, I'm gonna rotate. I'm rotating my thoracic spine where the rib cage is, and I also flex forward. That's confusing people a little bit, but that's okay. Like confusion is a challenge. So now I'm doing this, now I'm gonna add an arm. But it's not the arm. Arm just make it look prettier and more challenge. And 5, and 6, and 7, circle 8. Going to opposite side, and 2, right? Natural physics. And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and circle. One more time. And 2, stay rooting, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, right? And circle from the body. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, circle from the body. So the arm just follow, okay? So now, when you comes down, next thing will go hip socket. And put your hands on the side of hip. You can feel that big socket. And rotate. Don't go into the whole body, right? No meaning. Everything has a meaning, has a purpose, right? The socket, engage your abdominal. And again, always engage your abdominal. That's your first responder, the transverse abdominal. And protect your SI joint doesn't go off, especially if you're too flexible. We'll call hypermobile joint, or people with EDS. You're gonna building the muscle because your ligament is too long. So that's why you got hypermobility. It's hard to talk to the muscle. So there's always a way to fix it. Pay attention, use the muscle. Okay, that's it. I'm going down to your knee, circling. So my back is straight, close the rib cage. I'm circle the knee just enough to stimulate the ankle joint. And reverse to the other side. Back straight, keep breathing. Okay, so that's the purpose of that, moving here and here together. Okay, so ready? Now the next one we'll call a reflex kick. You know, you go to the doctor, they go, boop, right, boop. Okay, so there's so much tendon here from your hamstring, from your quadricep, and connecting to below, then the below coming up. So there's a lot of tendon there. So when really wake them up, because you sit all day or you just bike, same thing. Running, same thing. So here you go, loosen them up. 1, 2, 3, and balance. 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Okay, to the side. You go 1, 2. So that's abduction. 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Back is a little tricky. It's diagonal. 2. Do not kick forward. You're gonna fall on your face, right? So I'm gonna wake up the range of motion in the hip socket. So I slightly laterally rotate, AB dog, and extend. 1, 2, 3, balance. 4, 5, balance. 6, 7, 8. One more time, 4 each. 2, 4 to the front, 4 to the side, 3 and 4 diagonal back, nice and tall. Now 2 each. 1, 2, and the side. And the back. One more time. 1, 2, and see it comes right back. Oh, I have a good tendon. Now step forward, step back. I just turn a little bit. You're gonna go to your foot now, the ankle and toes. I'm stabilized here. 1, stretch the bottom of your toes up to the top and all the way to the ankle. So you see my ankle nice and straight. By bend this knee so up. You can feel all the way to your shin a little bit. You can focus on the big toe first. Okay, balance. Then you're gonna go to the 4 toes, so you sickle and turn the foot. So can you see my ankle slightly? We'll call it sickle, out. Don't go too much though. If you're hypermobile, you always say, I want you to feel the muscle, that muscle called extensor digitomus longus, all the way up to your shin. That's what it's for. It's a great shin splint stretch. Okay, when you finish, you're circling. It's balance. You're gonna circle, getting the toes and ankle. You can see I love exercise warming up without shoes, because now you can talk to the most important part. When you exercise, is your feet. We'll call it a little soldier. They need to butt train. Okay, so here I face you to do this side. Up over on the big toe. 1, just for time. 2, So at the beginning, it might be a little painful because the floor might be a little hard for you. Gradually, it's no big deal. So use the carpet or an exercise mat, okay? 3 on the fourth toe, on 4 toes, not fourth toe, all 4 toes. So you slightly sickle, but don't sickle too much. That's for that's ligaments. If you have hypermobility joint, your ligaments too long. That's why it's hard for you to access the muscles. You sore, right? You're in pain all the time. So ready? We're gonna fix that by putting the muscle and the joint together. Then you reverse the circle, still balance. Yeah, here we go. So, oh my goodness, my poor feet. In the shoes, running, standing or don't move under the desk. So let's talk to all of them. So this is the first part of the Qigong warm-up, just to wake up the joint first, right? And I'll see you next week. Let's see how we're gonna talk to the rest of the body and how to do it. Take good care. Again, Qigong is not easy, but nothing is easy, which is beautiful in life. All about challenging learning. Check out my website, heightsofwellness.com. There's a lot of workshop. If you're far away, you're not in Connecticut, check out the workshop and come see me in the studio. In person learning is the best. So I hope to see you guys. Take good care. Have a wonderful practice. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.